Hello and welcome to SendDS Leicester Online Support, how to complete the Send 35 appeal form. This form is to be completed if you wish to appeal an EHCP or local authority decision. This session will help you to understand what you could write in each section and how to complete the form. Please note that not every section may need to be completed, therefore you can just write non-applicable or leave it blank. Section 1. Who is the appeal about? Here you need to complete the child or young person's details. Section 2. What are you appealing against? Tick the box that best describes the reason why you are bringing the appeal. If you are appealing Section B, Educational Needs, you may also need to tick Section F, Educational Provision, and vice versa as these two sections are linked. If it is a Section I appeal, School Placement, you can decide whether it is only a Section I appeal, or whether you wish to also tick Sections B and F. This may allow you to request changes for these sections throughout the process. If you are happy with all sections and it is only Section I, School Placement, you wish to appeal, you can tick this box alone, but you will not be able to request amendments to Sections B and F in doing so. If the local authority have not named a school at all, you can tick the last box. If your appeal includes Section I, you can describe here which school is your parental preference for your child or young person to attend. You will need to have notified the school, possibly by email, that you wish to name that school within your child or young person's education, health and care plan and record or copy their response. If you do not know the specific setting you would like them to attend, you can describe the type of setting that you wish for. For example, a mainstream school or a specialist provision. If you would like to appeal anything about health or social care within the EHCP, Section C, D, G, H1 or H2, you can tick these boxes. If not, you can leave them unticked. Please note that the tribunal cannot make decisions or direct health or social care services, but they can make recommendations for these services to be revised or reconsidered. Section 3. Reasons for appeal. In the first box you need to explain the reason why you are appealing. In the second and third box you can describe anything that is within Sections B and F that you disagree with. If it is a Section I appeal only, you can leave these blank or write non-applicable. Here you will need to describe what you feel that the local authority have not considered. For example, professional reports that state what support the child or young person may require. If you are not including Section I in the appeal, you can leave this blank or write non-applicable. If you are including Section I, School Placement, in your appeal, you can describe why you disagree with this section. You can use a separate page to describe this section if you need to, and type into the box, see separate supporting page. Section 4. Reasons for asking for a recommendation for health and or social care. If you did not tick the health or social care appeal boxes previously, you can leave this section blank or type non-applicable. If you tick the box that you disagree with health needs or provision in the EHCP, you can describe the reasons why here. If you tick the box that you disagree with social care needs or provision in the EHCP, you can describe the reasons why here. Section 5. Making the appeal. Here you need to fill out the local authority details. You need to write Leicester City in the first box. The second box is the date of the supporting letter that you received from the local authority. Mediation certificate. You should already have obtained your mediation certificate from Global Mediation, but if for any reason you were late or unable to obtain it, you can include the details here. Please note that the tribunal are unlikely to accept any appeal without a valid mediation certificate. You will need to attach the certificate to your tribunal application on submission. Section 6. Who is making the appeal? If you are the parent or carer of a child under 16, you can tick the first box. If your child is over 16, you will need to support them to fill out their details in this section. You, as a parent, can be added as their advocate in another section. If the person is 16 plus, but does not have the mental capacity to make the appeal, you will need to prove this professionally. you can tick alternative person. Please note, if the person is 16 plus and does have mental capacity, but is not able to complete the full form themselves, you can fill it out for them on their behalf, if you have gained their permission to do so. Section 7. Who else is involved in the appeal? Here is where you can describe if any organizations share parental responsibility for the child or young person. If this does not apply, you can simply write non-applicable. Your advocate. If the child or young person is under 16, you can fill out your details as their advocate. If the young person is 16 plus, you can also fill out your details as their advocate. If you are being supported by a friend or relative, you can fill out their details, with their permission as an advocate. Please note, it is usually parents that are advocates for their children, or just leave it blank. Representative. If you have legal representation, you can fill out this section. Otherwise you can tick no. You can also specify who you wish to receive the information from the tribunal for your case. Section 8. The hearing, your needs and requirements. You can describe here any needs or requirements that you have as a parent or carer, and if you have any interpreting or language requirements such as sign language or translator. Section 9. Paper hearing. This is where you can state if you wish for a physical or oral hearing, currently done online via Zoom platform. This can be so you can attend and have your say about the appeal when professionals are also present. If you do not want to attend a hearing and wish for an on-the-papers hearing, you can tick yes, but this means that a judge will only look at the evidence you submit and decide the outcome by paperwork only, and there will be no physical or oral hearing. You can also state if there are any other appeals open with the SEN tribunal for the child or young person. Section 10. Checklist. You can use this list as your checklist to see if you have all supporting documents ready for your appeal. You will need all of these documents unless you are appealing Section I only, in which case you will not need a mediation certificate for that type of appeal. Section 11. Signature. Please ensure you sign and date the appeal form. If the child or young person is 16 plus, it will need to be their signature. Leave the representative signature blank, unless you have legal representation. Section 12. Sending your appeal. Once you have completed the form and you have gathered all of your supporting documents, you are ready to submit your appeal to the tribunal. You can send it by email to this address, or you can post it. Please note that if posting, you will need to send copies, not originals, and send it via recorded delivery so that you can track it. It may also take slightly longer to process if physically posting. Evidence to be considered in the appeal. Here is where you can list any documents that you have included as evidence within your appeal. For example, any medical or professional reports that support your appeal. Now you are ready to send your form. Thank you for listening, and please feel free to contact SENDIAS if you have any further questions. Goodbye.